Women in university want to get the engagement ring, by spring when they graduate.
It's fun to be single and do all that crazy like hookup stuff, but it's still just lonely.
Where I actually walked in to a bedroom with my husband and my best friend together.
Yeah, I'm like, searching now, but I'm just, I guess I'm a little picky now. So I want to find someone who will be approved by my other family members. Because I value their opinion.
Do people in your generation in America want to get married?
So United States is so huge. I think that people in the North and in the South have different ideas. I am from the North, so I grew up in New Jersey, next to New York. People there have different values. It's more about education, getting a nice job, than getting married. Here in South Carolina, where I live now, a lot of women, they want to get married early. So when I was in university, I was thinking about grades. I was thinking about, like being the best and doing the best job. But then the teacher was like joking with all the other students, and they mentioned something about ring by spring. So I was like, ring by spring. She looked at my confused face. I was like, what is that? She's like, you never heard of that, Marta? Women in university want to get the engagement ring, by spring when they graduate. Yeah, and I didn't know that. I was like, what? Really? In the South?
So do you prefer to be single or married?
I am married, actually. Once you get married, it's like you have no choice, right? Just always having somebody there to talk to and to, they understand everything about your life. Because I don't know, I used to be like really lonely all the time. It's fun to be single and do all that crazy like hookup stuff, but it's still just lonely because if you're meeting new people all the time, they're only there for a little bit. They're not always there.
There's some research showing that married couples are happier than those people who stay single all the time. Do you think it's the case in your country or in your neighborhood?
Oh, look, I certainly know quite a few married couples or couples that have lived together for 30, 40 years who are very happy. Yeah. I think if you have the right partner, for instance, my brother and his wife, they were together from when they were teenagers.
Wow.
Like neither of them ever had any other partners. They've been together 40 years anyway.
I was wondering, in a very individualistic country, do people still face that kind of social stigma, surrounding being single?
It really depends on the individual and on the culture. Some people are really nosy and they will ask questions and they will silently judge you, I think. But in the end, it's all up to you, whether you're single or whether you're married. What everybody else thinks, it's not really important. But I think that after a woman, especially after a woman becomes 30, she or her family members begin to talk about children, why aren't you searching for someone and so on, because a woman does have a biological clock, limited time to have children. To some people, it's really important.
I know people in their 70s, 80s and 90s who are single women that have always been single.
Wow.
And quite independent, like most of those ladies have worked and been professionals. I feel like I've been married twice. However, my first partner, we had a de facto relationship. So I'm married and divorced.
Is it hard to make that decision?
Well, the first time, in terms of when I, let's say, separated from my partner, that was easy because that was one of those television scenes where I actually walked in to a bedroom with my husband and my best friend together. So that was fairly abrupt, yes. So basically my partner had an affair. second marriage, we separated about 10 years ago and got divorced, but we are still very good friends. But I live alone and I love living alone. I do not have to get annoyed with anyone, and I don't annoy anybody.
Do you plan to get married again?
I'm very happy living on my own.
That's great.
However, I mean, if I met someone and fell in love, you know, maybe. I don't care if I never have another romance. I'm happy. Happy. I'm 66 and I'm quite happy and content being on my own. And I have a lot of friends and lots of things that I do. I don't need another person to make me feel whole.
你可能会问，我是在哪里采访到这些外国朋友的呢？是通过 iTalki， 它是一个全球性的语言学习社区。你不仅可以学英语，还可以学习日语、韩语、法语、西语、德语等150多种外语，和母语外教1对1练习日常对话，准备语言考试或工作面试，也可以交流任何你感兴趣的话题。iTalki 的付费方式呢也很灵活，你只需要上1节课付1节课。你平时有困惑想找人聊一聊，也可以找外国友人交流一下，你会获得不一样的视角和灵感。